Hey there, Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. Today we're going to take a look at your month ahead for February. So happy birthday to you if you are a February Pisces. I'm going to have a long reading ahead for you, so hang in there. We're going to cover a lot of things. First, we have channeled message. I opened up your Akashic records and channeled messages out of them, and there are messages for the collective of Pisces, and then broken down by Sun, Moon, and Rising. So if you don't know what your Sun, Moon, and Rising is, there is a chart calculator in the description box below that will help you figure that out. And then we're going to go on from there, and we're going to pull an animal totem for you for the month to work with. And then we'll do your tarot. We're using the Everyday Witch Tarot was what Spirit selected for you. And by the way, the grandmothers are here. They're super chatty today. And then we're going to break down by Sun, Moon, and Rising a couple of things. We're going to take a look at your overall energy for the month and how to best work with it. And also the thing that was selected in the poll that I put up on the community page was that we would take a look at the North Node and the South Node and how that will affect you. And so we're going to break that down by Sun, Moon, and Rising also. And then I'm going to pull cards for your birthday if you have a birthday coming up this month. And then we'll pull final messages from Spirit. So let's get into the channeled messages for you. As a reminder, I am on Facebook, and every day you can get daily astrology, but practical advice for it. I am no longer doing the weekly astrology on this channel. So here we go. So the first thing I saw for you guys was a wheat field, and it was ripe. The wheat field was, it was a sunny day. It was just billowing and blowing in the wind. It was ripe, but it was nearly ripe. I should say it was nearly ripe. You could see the heavy weed on it, but it wasn't quite ready to be harvested. It was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon based on where the sun was and the light was coming in. Around the fields, there were along the edge, there was like the trees, like which is weird because it was a wheat field, but it was almost like it came out of like a meadow into the wheat field. And so there was like some trees up over here. And I noticed on the edge that there were those honeybees. It was the plastic hives that they put out for them, so that to encourage them to come and help pollinate and to move things along. So that was there. It was really, the air smelled sweet. It was warm. It was a beautiful it felt like late summer day, and I don't really know. I thought wheat was harvested earlier than that, but that's what it felt like. So what they said to me was that that things are ripe, but not yet ready. And I said, so when is it going to be ready? And they said March. And then they showed me Venus moving into new territory. So beginning of March, Venus gets out of her shadow. In fact, I think it was at the 3rd. I think it's the 3rd of March. She moves out of her shadow. And so that is really the March period. So February will be a time of preparation, of getting ready to harvest, of getting things in order, getting your ducks in order, knowing what you have going on, being prepared. There is this Venus trine Neptune energy. Venus trine Neptune. Venus sextiles Neptune. Venus sextiles Neptune, does not trine it, but that's what they showed me was a trine. It was a flow. So it might be that as Venus moves on through the year and gets into Pisces season, that creates that flow of energy that goes with it. But there is this energy of choice in making choices and decisions with Neptune that will be coming up when Venus is having her conversation with Pluto. So that would be coming up this month. So that's coming up at the end of the month. I feel like that's the energy they were talking about. So there should be clarity and ideas coming through. That 3 o'clock, the sun was definitely at 3 o'clock. So 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock is number 3. That's community. That is growth. That is the abundance. That is the Empress energy. That is almost the end of the day, almost the end of the cycle, but not quite there. This is late summer energy. At 3 o'clock would be that. And so there's this energy where either, wow, they really have me wondering about this. I'm going to check to see when Venus is in Cancer, because that would be the next opportunity she would have to trine. And I keep seeing this late summer thing, and so it could be that something that you are working on is going to really really produce something. So, well, I don't know, because no, it's, yeah, Neptune. Yeah, that would be right. So Venus, where is she at? Venus doesn't get there until August. Wow, that would just about be what that looked like. So whatever is going on here, whatever the seeds of intention that you are planting, whatever it is you're working toward, and oh my gosh, and your full moon happens in September. So it is like that nearing the end of a cycle energy. So there is something that you have been working on that is going to come into play, and it is going to require you paying attention to the details, doing the things that you need to do in order to bring it about, to really make it work for you. So I asked what your challenge was, and they said machinery breaking down. And I saw all this farm machinery broken down, but I saw that, like, some of it was like, so using this time right now to go through and see what might break down. So shoring up, repairing, sharpening tools. So where do you need more education, more information, more, what can you do to prepare yourself for whatever the big changes that you're working on, whatever this thing is that you're trying to harvest that feels very community oriented, because in January, if you were a Pisces rising, then we are talking about your 11th house, which would be, no, actually that's not true either. So Capricorn for you, yeah, so Capricorn season, all this stuff is happening up in Capricorn. So that's your 11th house, that's your community house. There is something that you have been propagating in the community sector of your life, whether it is your community at work, community in your neighborhood, maybe friends at school, maybe volunteer somewhere. There's some kind of a community situation. Close personal friends, there's some kind of a community. It feels better than close personal friends. It feels very organizational in some level, very kind of organizational, where you've been working on something that's going to need you to focus in and take the leadership role. Because when I asked what the opportunity was, it said leadership. Spirit was like, this is an opportunity for you to develop your self-confidence, your self-esteem, for you to understand how productive you can be. And then they showed me Jupiter moving into Aries. So Jupiter moves into Aries in, I think, May 10th. So if you are sharpening your tools now, and I know this isn't just February energy here, but this is what they showed me. So if you are working on it now, and if you are sharpening your tools and you're getting things in line now, and as Jupiter moves into Aries, that would be the energy of like 4 o'clock. So that's the productivity. That's where you're really going to start to see when you step into your leadership there, so that you can harvest things by the end of the summer. So there is an action-oriented, expanding your footprint. They're showing me like this big footprint that just got bigger. So expanding your footprint in whatever it is that you are doing. When you step up and you step into your own sense of self-worth and self-esteem, which, by the way, Aries season is for you. Right? If you're a Pisces rising in particular, that's your second house of financial, and that is your house of value and self-esteem and self-confidence. And so, but this is for the collective, and they're saying the collective, when Jupiter moves into Pisces, you can expand your footprint, you can have a bigger say in what's going on, you have more influence than you are currently recognizing in yourself. And so really trying to expand where it is that you have this influence. So the big idea for the month was for you to tend to the details. They said, don't get discouraged, be discerning, get ready. It is in the minutia that the devil's in the details, is what they just said. The devil's in the details. So, if you know ahead of time, oh, that system there is not really, because we're Capricorn, that's about systems. That system there is not really strong. We need to shore that up so that it can sustain the growth of whatever it is we're trying to grow here. So say you have some kind of a foundation that you're trying to, like a charitable foundation or something like that, and it's like, yeah, but the website's not really stellar. We need it to be able to handle a lot of people bringing in donations. So what can we do to sort? It's that kind of systematic. Where are the weak spots? There's a necessity to identify where the weak spots are, where the potential pitfalls are, so that you can have a more robust harvest, because you'll be ready and you'll be able to handle the inflow that's coming in. They said that get ready March is like slingshot energy. Like you will be shot out of a cannon. Things will start moving forward really fast. That is not the time where you'll be harvesting. It'll be the time where things are getting really busy and you'll be having a lot of things to do in order to get ready to harvest in whatever this is that you're trying to bring in to complete this cycle, to complete this phase. And remember, your full moon comes up in September, and I do feel like that is kind of probably what you're looking at. So whatever you're working at right now, think back to what you were doing, what you were thinking about, what you were planning a year ago in your season, in Pisces season. So middle of February to the middle of March. What were you thinking about? What were you focusing on? Because you had a new moon then. And that new moon will come to completion in September of this year. And I feel like it's part of like almost that whole big cycle that's going on here. So where have you been focusing your energy, and what is it that you would like to really draw and attract to you? What do you need to do to complete this thing that you've been working on? All right, so let's get into the individual. So if you are a Pisces sun, they really pointed out to me the honeybees. They were at the edge of the field. They bring the sweetness, right? They create sweetness, but they're also really instrumental in propagating the situation and the community. And so for a Pisces sun, focusing on what you can do in a community to make it sweeter, to make it more pleasant, to make it more enjoyable, is where you will want to focus your efforts and your energies at this time. If you are a Pisces moon, in the edge of the tree, they showed me an owl, but it was at night. It's the inner wisdom. The deeper that you're willing to go into using your intuition and knowing what you know, it's the wisdom within and using your intuition as you're working through this project that will help you to get to where it is that you're trying to go and to get to what you want to seek. They're saying be discerning. In moonlight, not everything is what it really seems, although an owl, in the stillness, if you sit still and pay attention to the details. So there's this need to pull in and be really still, because then you can see what everybody else is doing. That's how you see the field mouse. If you sit there quietly, the mouse doesn't know you're there. And then you can get what you want. So there is some knowledge or information you need by, one, going within and using your intuition, and two, looking for the opportunity by taking the time to take a step back, a higher vantage point, get a higher look, a lay of the land, and wait to see what other people are doing, other opportunities that come up. It is about waiting for an opportunity before you strike, not just flying around like crazy hoping something happens. If you are a Pisces rising, they showed me a fly sitting on the tree, and I heard be a fly on the wall. So again, Pisces rising is, they got the same kind of energy coming in, but this is definitely about paying attention. Be the fly on the wall. Listen to what other people are saying. Observe what's going on. Your strength comes from being able to read the room. Read the room. Be the fly on the wall. Being quiet, listening, and learning. And the other thing they showed me for you was that you need to get out in nature and walk and listen to nature and the messages that it's bringing you also. So being really in touch with the elements. So that's what they brought in for you guys as far as the channeled messages. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at your animal totem here. And you guys got the grasshopper. So the grasshopper says, take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith. So this month, that's the energy, the Fool energy, the starting out. And the Fool takes a risk, but it's a risk knowing. It knows that Spirit has its back. It has wings, right? So is it really a leap of faith when you're going to be, when, you know, you can fly? So I love when I have a deck that represents the Fool as a grasshopper, because then it's not really a risk. It's the willing to step off into the unknown and see what's there. But it's less of a risk because you actually have wings to fly. So you don't have to, you won't fall and get hurt. You may land in something that you weren't expecting. So again, paying attention to the details is really important. But, you know, in general, I want to make sure you can see the cards. In general, that is okay. So it is really important this month that you are the fly on the wall, that you sit in silence and you listen, that you observe what's going on around you, and that you wait for the opportunity. Your opportunity card, by the way, is the Fool, and she's sitting on a broomstick. So again, she's not going to fall. That is amazing. I am so in love with that. Okay, so, wow. All right, can you see all? Let me tilt this down just a little bit more so you can see all the cards. There we go. All right. So, oh wow, you guys are represented as the Wheel of Fortune. You are at a turning point. You are at an end of a cycle to begin a new cycle. But look, the wheel's not spinning yet. She's getting ready to spin it. She's getting ready to spin it. There's a little cat down at the bottom. Oh, he's rolling dice. I was wondering what the little cat was doing. So, there's that Fool energy, right? He's getting ready to roll the dice and see what's going on. Your overall energy, look at this. You have the Four of Wands for your overall energy. This is an amazing looking reading. You have a lot of fours that showed up. You have the Four of Wands that showed up. You have the, wow, you have the Four of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Four, you just don't have the Four of Cups, but you have the Emperor. I shouldn't say that. I haven't looked at these yet. Okay. All right. Let's see if you can see everything. Okay. So, oh, we do have the Four. Oh, that's the Five of Cups. So we have the Five of Cups. This is your current energy. You're sitting there and you're looking at what hasn't worked out, when right behind you there is a bounty of abundance sitting there. Two cups, ready to roll. Whole bunch of picnic right behind you. Pisces, let's take a moment and do this. Let's take a moment and honor whatever is lost. Take a moment and thank it for the blessings that it brought into your life, for the knowledge, the wisdom, and the intuition that came to you, for the lessons learned. And we are going to thank those things for leaving our life because they no longer belong there. And then I want you to visualize yourself getting up, turning around, and seeing that you have a feast laid out for you. You're on a tropical beach. You're familiar. Your cat is right behind you sitting there waiting for you to turn around and pick up the pieces and get going again. So it is okay that those 3 cups are turned over. It does not matter. Because what should you be focusing on? You have the Ace of Cups. So turn around, walk over to the table, pick up one of those cups, and decide that that is the one that you want. That is the one. I think because it's in the area of what you're trying to focus on, you're not really sure which one you're going to pick. And I can see that this is a decision-making point here. It's like, do you take the risk or don't you take the risk? What are you going to do here? Because we have here the 7 of Cups in the area of the subconscious, trying to pick and choose what is right for you. What is it that you want to do? In the outcome, one of the 3 outcome cards we have is the 2 of Swords. But look, she's throwing the darts. This isn't her sitting there trying to decide. It's more like this energy, the opportunity of the Fool, of taking a leap of faith, of rolling the dice, spinning the wheel. It's almost as though you're leaving it up to the hand of fate to help you make your choice and your decision. And I think if you pay attention to your intuition and your inner knowing and you really connect in with spirit and you take the risk. You take the risk because there's really no risk. Because if you have a broom to catch you, you have wings to fly with, there's actually no risk involved. It's just a matter of setting yourself free. Set yourself free to move in the direction that you want to go in. And there is a need to set yourself free because in the area of advice, we've got the 8 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. The advice is to you're not trapped. The opportunity of what's coming in for you, we have the Knight of Pentacles. An opportunity to really focus on that one thing. Choose which thing it is that you want to focus on. The challenge here is that it looks like someone is trying to control you. We have the Emperor. And the Emperor looks like he's got it all mapped out and he knows what's happening and he's all large and in charge and he's not letting anybody in on this. Like, I'm the boss. I think your challenge is overcoming either your fear of not being large and in charge and knowing what to do, or doing things the way they've always been done, but playing by the rules in order to have stability, when the opportunity is to be creative, have some fun, take a risk, and go for it. Yeah, you have the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Wands. You have the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Wands. This Ace of Wands, this is creating your own magic. It's almost like she conjures up the Ace of Wands. And then you take that wand and you fly into battle. He looks... I love this. This is my favorite deck for so many reasons. Look at that little cat. I got your back. I got your back, Spirit says. I've got your back. And look, that cat is sitting right here when you're throwing that spirit. That's your spirit guide team. You are moving toward success and stability. But there is a need to not allow other people to tell you what that looks like. But instead, be willing to take a risk and go for what it is that you think it is. So, get up, walk over to that knot, over the swords, use them to cut off or you could step between them, honestly. You could shove your hands up, pull the blindfold off, use the sword to cut the rope, get on your broom, and fly. Aquarius season, which is kind of the energy we're in, right? Half of this month, you're in the Aquarius season. And that is your, if you are a Pisces rising, that is your 12th house. And that would require you to rest and recuperate, to learn the lessons and integrate. But then there is a need for you to set yourself free. So, heal, yes, but by the end of this month, it is time for you to make a decision. And here's the thing about decisions. Here's the thing about decisions and choices, is that they're never right or wrong. They're just choices. They're just choices. There is no right, there is no wrong. There's just making a decision to do something and then learning the lessons and receiving the gifts along the way. Because this month, the energy to lean into is you have the Four of Pentacles. And this guy is sitting there on trying to protect what is his. Trying to protect what is his. And your spirit guide right here, remember this little spirit guide here that's like got your back, trying to help you make a choice and decision, says, dude, look over here, the window's open, let's go. Let's go. Lean into your spirit guide team. Every time I go to do your readings, Pisces, the grandmothers show up. But this time, there is so much hustle and bustle in this room, it's kind of hard for me to concentrate. There are so many ancestors here right now. And the whales. The dolphins are usually here, but it's the whales today. So this is the ancient wisdom and knowledge that is deep within you, that it needs to be, right? Because a whale comes up to the surface. It has to breach the surface to breathe. And then they can dive deep and they can breathe. When they breach, there's a need to breach, to leap out of the water, to leap forward, to be the grasshopper, to take the risk, So there, I'm putting this right up here because I really want you to go. All right, I am going to break this down by signs, by sun, moon, and rising here to see what it is. But I just want you to remember to focus on what it is you really want. The Ace of Cups. And also, she looks like she's scrying. S-C-R-Y-I-N-G. Scrying means to look into your emotional waters, your intuition, to help you in the decision-making process. Why not use your superpowers, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the energy for the sun. So we're going to do a couple things here. We're going to pull cards for the chakra energy and what to work with. And then we're going to take a look at what that North Node in Taurus means for you over the course of the next 18 months. What should you focus on? So what is the opportunity and what is the challenge? Because we have the North Node in Taurus and the South Node in Scorpio. And so that would be your North Node, depending on sun, moon, or rising. So I don't really want to break that down any other way. All right, so sun. You have awareness, attention, reality, and connection. Awareness, attention, reality, and connection. That's that community. Okay, so it's called presence. There is a need to be very present in your life, to connect with others. I also want to say connect with spirit. When we have the purple here, that's the intuition. You can see the sun shining in, and oh my God, there's a bee. There's a bee. Right there. Wow. Okay. So awareness, attention, reality, and connection. There is a need to really connect in with what's going on around you, connect in with your community, listen to what it is that Spirit has to tell you. And then let's take a look at that North Node in Taurus, which is very much about finding your North Star. In general, Taurus represents very practical building of manifesting of things in the 3D, finances and food production and things like that. And the South Node in Scorpio is about the deep transformations and the changes. So opportunities and challenge. Okay, you have a lot on the challenge. This is interesting. Aquarius had the same combination here. It's been shuffled many times. So, your opportunity here, look, we have a bunch of bananas. I'm just saying. That is yellow, right? We have that whole solar plexus, your ability to shine, but it's shine in a community. This is a water sign energy, which you are, so that's lovely. But this is healing. There's some healing that goes on here. We have the courage of time, T-H-Y-M-E. This is finding the balance using Libra energy and the energy of air surrounding it. I want to dive into, because this book is amazing. This is the Greenwich Oracle. I love this. I really recently got it, so I don't know it really well. But every time I get in, I'm like, oh, that's so interesting. So the opportunity here is potency, prosperity, fertility, marriage, ambition, leaning into the energy of Venus and Cancer. And it is about cultivating something that is perennial. Perennial is something that comes back year after year after year. So over the course of the next 18 months, you have the opportunity here with enough courage to be able to cultivate something that is the Four of Wands, right? That is here, that is stable, more like the Emperor energy. Although your challenge is either knowing that you're the Emperor of your life and stepping into that leadership role, which totally could be what that's about, or it's someone else that's got control over your life right now, and that's not a good thing. In your challenge, the first one that came out really strong was another water here, and then we have fertility of the watermelon, and this is Mars in Leo, which is interesting because it says water, but we have Mars in Leo. This is sex and magic and strength, aphrodisiac, blood, substitute, and peace. The challenge is going to be to stick with it. The challenge is going to be, okay, so you're taking this risk, right? Say you leap off right now, because I mean, North Node just got there 2 weeks ago. So you take this risk. You go in. You decide you're going to go with it. But we have protection, memory, and refinement. And so refinement is about kind of like muddles things up. The refinement is you overthink too much on something. And it's almost like you get caught up in what used to happen in the past. I haven't been successful in the past. I don't know if I can be successful in the future. And so it is, can you stick with it? Will you stick with it? So your challenge is to have the courage to stick with something that has the potential to create abundance on a very perennial basis, over and over and over. It's a beautiful gift that is being offered to you in with this North Node in Taurus. And it's there for a next year and a half. So you have a lot of opportunity to really work with that and see what you get. Okay, let's go on to Pisces Moon. So Pisces Moon. Pisces Moon, let's get a message for you for North Node and South Node, and also this month, what chakra energy to kind of work with here to really allow you to capitalize on this opportunity that you have being presented to you. You have 2 aces and a lot of opportunity to create stability. it requires being willing to take that leap of faith, right? So let's see what we have here. Ooh, yeah, 2 aces. I was going to say 3. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which is in a lot of ways like an ace. Okay, wow. Leap of faith. Look at that. Be willing to go for it. So that's inner child, playfulness, lightheartedness, innocence, and wonder. Being willing to go for it, and then connecting in. You have divine consciousness, perception, truth, clarity, knowledge, and the third eye being open. Connection to spirit. You guys need to spend a little bit more time in meditation. That would be that 4 of Swords energy is an option. Create, if you have not already done so, create a spiritual practice. Whether it is when you go for a walk, go for a swim, sit in the bathtub, go for a walk, journal, or sit quietly, right? You guys had the night owl. So sit quietly and allow your intuition and connect with spirit. Being really open to the information that comes in. Developing your intuition. You get there by practice. It is mastery. It is showing up for yourself, but also it's about going out and having some fun. So find things that you enjoy doing. Honestly, that just looks like a creative project that you take the risk of and the leap of faith, and you go for it, and you see what it is that you can manifest and create for yourself that is joy. Because honestly, this little witch here totally looks like this to me. That's just exuberance and joy and leaping through the air, and you have the grasshopper totem. So it is about knowing that you have wings to fly. You have wings to fly, and you can get there. I'm trying to decide. I'm going to turn on a light here, and we'll see if we need it or not, if it's better or not. And the sun is going down on me. Oh, I think that's better. Okay. We had a snowstorm today. I'm actually waiting for dark when the wind cuts down so I can go out and shovel. I don't like to do it when the sun's up because the wind's so high. It makes it feel colder. Okay, North Node. Your challenge over the next 18 months, I'm going to do that first because like your challenge is seeing yourself as spirit sees you. You have divination and love. Your challenge over the next 18 months is to connect with spirit. So that 1, you receive the information and the guidance, but 2, that you recognize and see in yourself and heal. Oh my God, this inner child energy. To see yourself as spirit sees you. And spirit sees you as love. You're created by love, source. So if you're created by love, pure love, unconditional love, in reality, you can't be anything else. So when you connect in with spirit and you have those regular conversations and you really integrate that and you move away from that sense of the 5 of cups, those 3 cups that are lost, and you turn around and you see that 2 cups that are standing there is your divine connection with spirit, that spirit really does have your back and is there for you unconditionally no matter what. When you can see yourself as spirit sees you, you can't help but love yourself. So do something that reminds you that you are a child of all that is, and your sole purpose is to grow in unconditional love for yourself and others. Start with yourself. Your opportunity is positivity and leadership. As you grow in strength and courage for yourself, when you fall in love with yourself, you can stand up and you can be a force of good in this world. Your leadership through positivity, your self-confidence. Look at this beautiful sacral chakra energy there. That is creative energy that is opening up. It is, that is the positivity. When you allow yourself to shine through leadership, be the CEO of your own life. So, I am a Pisces moon. And I often refer to myself as a recovering doormat. And one day I realized I had to take control and charge of my own life. And I don't know if control is the right word because I do surrender to the divine, but I realized that everything was my responsibility ultimately. I either allow myself to be in situations or I set myself free. I either stay in things that don't work or I set myself free to create my own success, my own stability. So, this is an opportunity over the course of the next 18 months, Pisces moon, for all of us to connect on a deeper level, to really open up. You know, they've had me wear purple today. It's so funny. To really open up our intuition and connect in with the divine and really know our own strength and power comes through our connection with spirit, that they have our back. They know we're here. We are loved. You have divination and love. That's your challenge, is spending more time with spirit and more a deeper understanding of just how much you are love and how much love you and how loved you are, is what they said. How loved you are by the divine source. It's really beautiful. All right, I'm going to move on to Pisces rising. So, Pisces rising. We're going to take a look at North Node, South Node. What is the opportunity and what is the challenge? I want to take a look at the chakras and what it is that you could be working on right now that would benefit you. All right, chakras. Just saying one more. Hang in there with me. Okay, chakras for Pisces rising. What is the chakra cards for Pisces rising? You guys got the Ace of Cups. Crown chakra. They had me wear purple today for a reason. I knew it. Okay, so you have the crown chakra. This is connecting in with spirit, and then we have the heart chakra. We have this Ace of Cups. Remember the Ace of Cups. She is receiving downloads and intuition by looking into her heart chakra. There, with the way that cup is held right in front of her heart, at the top of her head. You could see coming through the crown all the information. So by focusing in on using your, opening up your connection from your heart to your crown chakra. Wisdom and knowledge is coming into you. You're going to be gaining so much from this process. So you have stability, harmony, peace, and fluidity, emotional balance. The higher, oh, fly on the wall. Okay, yeah. All right. When you take yourself out of, when you're the fly on the wall, you're not involved in the drama. You're observing the drama. You see the drama. You understand what's going on, and you're gathering knowledge and information. You're not part of it. That's how you create emotional balance. in the 3D world. It is about knowing what's going on without becoming overly emotionally attached to it. And you do that by connecting into spirit on a regular basis. And when you keep yourself, I don't want to say do not become ungrounded, so you definitely want to stay grounded, right? The grasshopper flies, but he lands on the ground again. You've got to stay grounded. But through regular meditation practice, you get a higher vantage point on a regular basis, and you can easily remove yourself emotionally from a situation, observe it, see what's happening, but understand that all the pieces and the players and everything that's going on, it's for the greater good overall. Things are happening for a reason. And if you can pull yourself up out of the emotional energy of it and create that stability where you're holding the cup and you're looking at it and you're observing it and you're connected to your emotions, yes. But you're not drowning in them. You got them in a cup, right? It's almost like using that Aquarius energy of the water bearer. It allows you to develop your connection to spirit. It really gives you room to grow in your soul. When you're not operating out of your fear of the root chakra. When instead you're in the heart chakra where you recognize things and you have healing empathy for them, but you're not working from fear. Not working from fear. Not working from fear of loss, right? There's an open window. That open window is your connection to spirit to create this emotional balance. All right, North Node, South Node, opportunity from the North Node, South Nodes. And okay, I'm going to start with the challenge. The challenge is remembering that what you focus on, we have oh wow, we have an extra card I didn't know about. Okay, the opportunity, the challenge is to stay focused. We have the refinement, which is where we can get all really muddled up and we're not clear, we're not really sure. There's too much information. The refinement, the challenge is to refine it down, to understand that there's too much in there. We need less. And so focusing on the one thing that really connects. And see this focus, we have that root chakra color coming in. We have here the attraction, the tranquility, and the divination. The challenge is utilizing that crown chakra to help you stay emotionally balanced and connected to spirit. That is going to be an ongoing challenge for you over the course of the next 18 months. Regular spiritual practice will help you to master this. I mean, you can totally learn. See, there's a pendulum on there. You can totally learn. That's that divination process. You can totally learn to attract into your life what you want through divination. Through connection to spirit, receiving the downloads and information, staying emotionally balanced, and connecting into the heart space, feeling the energy of what it feels like to bring and draw and attract that to you. So for instance, say what you want is a new home. How will it make you feel to live in that new home? So how do you connect to that energy? What is something in your life that you totally love? Think of something really quick. So a lot of people think of their pet, right? Their dog or their cat. And think of some dorky thing they did that made you laugh and smile. All right, that feeling right there, hold that thought. Now overlay it with whatever your dream is. The home, the new job, the relationship, whatever it is, okay? And feel that feeling in your heart space, left hand, right hand, and hold that. And then on a regular basis, connect with spirit to ask for guidance on how to connect and attract in what that is. The challenge is learning how to attract through your heart chakra what it is that you want. Your opportunity is clarity. So you have the opportunity, see that third eye there? You have the opportunity to really do this, to be able to use this energy. And there's that purple again, abundance. You have the opportunity to draw and attract to you everything that you need and be very clear on what it is that you want to bring in. It is just a matter of being focused and practiced in it. It's just effort. It's showing up for yourself every day. All that Capricorn energy that's going on, that is that Saturn energy of being consistent, persistent, and showing up. So show up for yourself by connecting to Spirit every day, and you will bring in the tranquility, and you will bring in the abundance, and you will have clarity on next steps. You can totally do this. It's amazing. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what the final message and guidance. Oh, I forgot birthday. Let's do birthdays first. Sorry. Birthdays. Okay. So I live in an apartment and there are people out there banging on the doors. I don't know if they're going to bang on this one. So if I pause the video, that's why. Okay. So birthday. If your birthday is the 18th through the 20th, because I broke it up by the weeks this month. So the 18th through the 20th of this month, your birthday message is you can get your debts paid off. The old weight and the habit of debt is lifted from you now in your life. Connect in. Connect in. There is so much energy about being connected in and or being willing to take a risk and to have the willingness to stand up, shove that blindfold off, soft the little the ropes around your wrist, and take some action. It is going to require action on your part. If your birthday is the 14th through the 21st through the 28th, you have Capricorn energy coming at you. Okay, so it says here, practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. Connect into Spirit on a daily basis. Strengthen your confidence that way, and also the leadership role in your life. The one where you remember that you're in charge. So showing up for yourself every day, taking those steps, knowing that whatever it is you're trying to accomplish just requires you showing up on the daily. That's all that matters right now. Connecting with Spirit, show yourself some love, and every day show up. You got to show up. I say every day. Nobody can do every day. So when you have a bad day, or like, I don't know how much you watch my channel, but this week, I had to take the week down. And so sometimes you got to do that, and that's okay. But even while I was down, I was still working on something with me. I still was there. I didn't let myself slide into like the dark abyss, which is not hard to do when you're a Pisces moon. I'm just going to say. So it requires being there for yourself. You have so much opportunity coming up. So that's for this year ahead. So we have the what they showed you for your 18 months ahead because of the North Node and the South Node, and that encompasses this year of your solar return. So you can get a lot done this year. A lot. All right, final messages for Pisces. Okay. You have leader. You have inspiration, that Ace of Cups, that divination, that connecting in with Spirit, that showing up for yourself in the connection to daily practice of connecting in with Spirit, the third eye, the crown chakra, the heart, right? All that stuff. And you have lovers and partners. You can totally bring all this stuff in. All right, so Lovers and Partners says, open your heart to love and live in the moment with passion and exuberance. Oh, where is that child that was leaping? Oh, that was, what was that, Pisces sun, right? The child that was leaping through the air. The grasshopper energy, the fool energy, the leaping forward, the taking the risk, right? So live in the moment with passion and exuberance. Embrace the harmony of a great partnership. And partnership could be business or personal. Partnership could be with spirit, they just said. And then we have inspiration. The mystic power of water has brought you new passions, inspirations, and a burst of creative energy. Feeling, yeah, I really think this Lovers and Partners has more to do with your connection with spirit than anything, because it comes with this water one. Inspiration and a burst of creative energy. Feelings and sensations can be overwhelming at this time. So be the fly on the wall. Be the owl up in the tree. Be the busy bee and keep yourself above the fray, right? Use this opportunity to manifest your desires with your intuition and emotional intelligence. So being aware of what other people are doing, but not allowing yourself to get sucked in. Staying above the fray. And you have the leader, and the leader stays above the fray. The leader stays above the fray. You are being called upon for leadership. The Jade Emperor is helping you to overcome barriers, fuse your ambition with integrity, employ your power with honor and wisdom, move forward with unstoppable momentum, and success is inevitable. Success is inevitable. Decide to be the CEO of your own life. Lead with your heart. And as long as your heart is connected to spirit, you will not go wrong. And I just want to remind you again, as we go through life and we make choices and decisions, sometimes we go, oh, maybe that wasn't the right one. It wasn't the wrong one. It's just it wasn't what you maybe, it was more of the scenic route. It's okay. You learned something. So focus on what you learned. Dust yourself off. Get back up on your feet and be like the grasshopper and take another leap. All right? Super excited for you, Pisces. You guys have a great month ahead. I'm going to go and do the extended now. So if you're a member on this channel, then I will cover love and soul growth over there. And there's some other videos. I uploaded one yesterday. I channeled Ashtar, Commander Ashtar, and Mother Gaia. There's a mudra meditation in there already. So there's lots more stuff coming along if you want to check that out. And I appreciate your support. You can hit the thumbs up to support me, and that's free and doesn't cost you anything. Subscribing is free. It doesn't cost you anything. The membership does cost. But check it out and see if it's something you'd like. And again, I want to invite you to come over to Facebook where I do daily readings over there. So I'd love to see you. Stop by and say hi. You guys have a great month ahead. Take good care.